All right, what is going on? We are live again, CowTech episode 66. Who'd have thunk it, eh? I'm your host, Adam Ross, with my virtual co-host, Tyler. What's up, bud?
Hey, good evening, everybody. How are you, Adam?
Oh, man, I am stoked. Last episode, before we get to go to the Great Lakes Gauntlet, finally getting to meet you. So some cool things coming up on the horizon. Definitely out of my element. Hopefully you got to see the splash screen at the start. That was my element. So very cool. Lots of people helped me out with that. What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Our show is one that I'm super excited about today. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, like, spoiler, you can see it behind me. You can see it behind Tyler.
Yeah,
the giveaway is ridiculous tonight.
Yeah.
So tonight, CowTech, first time ever, is giving away one of the custom duffel bags of your choice. Now, The thing is, you got to be in the United States or Canada. And if you win in Canada, good luck to all my Canadians. If you're in Canada, any of the import fees or anything like that, the shipping and the bag cost will be covered by CowTech, but everything else is going to be, unfortunately, on the Canadian customer if they win. But good luck to everybody. It's going to be super awesome. Can't wait to give that away. But we are going to the gauntlet, man. Like, I can't believe I'm saying it.
Way. So you're going up on Thursday, and I'm coming up on Friday. So you're going to set up for us, and then I'm going to show up fashionably late and look how awesome of a job you did.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool. And I can't believe, like, the support I've been getting. I honestly can't believe the community. The crawling community is way bigger than I could have ever imagined. And I just want to thank everybody for reaching out. All the comments on the fan page have been fantastic. All the PMs. I got my thumb wheel. So thank you, Bobby. Amazing stuff. And like just the love and support I've felt just from jumping into this new genre of RC for me has been a blessing, man. I gotta say it's lit the fire again, and it's exciting to try something different, you know? So it's been a fun ride thus far. And I can't wait to get to the gauntlet, meet everybody. Like, looking at what they're saying online, all the support from the vendors, all the support from the drivers, how many people are signing up and pre-registering is mind-boggling. So if they even come close to their, I believe last year was the record at around 1,500. I know Jeremy was sharing some numbers with us. Yeah. I guess Beat the Creek was at 2,500 this year. So that is crazy. I know. Episode 66, man. Like, when we first started with the seance and all that stuff, that was crazy. Episode 1, power outage here. Still pulled off the show, and what a great time. And here we are, 66 episodes later. Love you guys for tuning in. But the Gauntlet is going to be one of those events that if you have the opportunity to go, if you're anywhere in Michigan, Ohio, or Indiana, I'm guessing the tri-state area, it would be super cool to see and meet you guys.
Yes.
Also, we want you guys to bring your vehicles over and put us to work. Like, we're going to be there demoing the best maintenance products on the property. I guarantee it. And if you guys want your rigs cleaned by us, who doesn't? Like, you know, you coming off the trail, you see our awesome setup, swing by, have a chat, check out the products, and let us do the dirty deed for you. Because we're interested in seeing a whole bunch of different rigs. Well, at least I am, for sure, because I know Tyler has been telling me there's a plethora of different items that are going to be there, different kits, like things that I'm not even 100% sure about. And I'm excited for you guys to come in and experience it with me and kind of shake off the newness. I'm going to be a complete noob there, and some things I'm looking forward to. So just reading over the notes that I wrote down, the one thing, the Ring of Fire. Like, I'm bringing a kit specifically for the Ring of Fire, so it's going to be awesome. Leaving with you guys Friday night. Nice.
No after hours cleaning.
Yeah. Honestly, just swing by. We're expecting a great turnout. You guys are the reason why CowRC and CowTech are taking this. This is our first one. And for us to go out there, show up with the 1-1 and see what you guys are capable of. It'll be hard to get it on the pit mat, but I'm sure we can do something.
Yeah, so it has to fit on a pit mat, and don't bring your gigantic, 40-inch tire either.
I think our max is a 5th scale. I'm going to throw it out there, but that 5th scale would be it. I don't want my table to collapse because I'm going to show you my setup later on in this episode, but definitely super cool, super excited. And I know we keep saying this, but if you have a story with the product that you want to share with us, we are going to have all the cameras set up. We are going to be looking to make content. We are going to be out on the trails. We are going to be a huge part of this program. And honestly, it's you, the viewers, that have gotten us excited about going. I'm also a little selfish because it's my first time meeting Tyler, so that's going to be super dope too. I've been hanging out with him for 2.5 years, like virtually. So
I know, it's wild. Yeah,
it's wild
how the internet makes it like comfortable to really talk with people that you really have never seen in real life.
It's bonkers. But yeah, so we've become really good friends. He's helped me with all the crawling stuff. He's steered me in the right direction multiple times and basically told me about the difference between scale and comp. So I'm still learning. I don't even have the lingo down. I'm looking forward to going, but most of all, I'm looking to hang with you guys because the event seems to be a banger. And I think that if we can hit a home run, I can't wait to have him have to come to an 8-scale racing event. Like that would be fun. Yeah. And so we're gonna mishmash our yin and the yang, and I'll hook you up for that one. So
and I haven't done that for 2 or 3, probably 3 years. So it'd be nice to get back in. I still have a lot of my racing radio. That's about all I have from my racing days. I got rid of everything else, but it would be nice to get back into it.
Racing, I got you covered for sure. The crawling stuff, you got me covered. So it's going to be lots of fun. But yeah, then obviously we have a surprise big discount code for anybody in attendance. So I'm super stoked to be able to finally share that. That will be awesome. You're going to have to come up and see us to get that information, but definitely going to be super cool to have you guys come up. And Heath was super nice about this discount. So super cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is, in addition to us cleaning your rigs, if you have, questions about any of the products, that's what we're also here for. So, that discount code, that's why we're not selling any product on site. We've got a ton of samples. Everything that CowRC sells will have one of at least 90% of the products out there. And Adam and I will show you. So if you want to see what the graphite, how it works, we're there to show you, udder butter, anything that you're looking to have a little more knowledge about. And that way, if it's something that you're interested in, give you the discount code and you can go out and go to our web store and buy it. So that's kind of what we're here to try to help out with. Thanks, Johnny, and thanks, Jason.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be super cool. Like I said, CowRC hooked us up with a whole bunch of products to use on you guys at the show. So I'm excited to be able to show off the product, one, but I'm also curious to see all the different types of rigs, like just all the pictures that I've been going through on the internet. This is a new rabbit hole for me. So seeing the differences is truly bonkers, man. Like I've been digging deep, and some of the things that I've done to my rig are pretty basic, I feel, but they're just tasteful enough for me. And Tekin is also sending me their ESC and brush motor. If I have it in time, I will switch it out. If not, maybe I'll do it while I'm at the event. We'll have to see with that. But so far, I got to say, I'm really impressed with the Element kit. And I was happy to showcase most of the products that I think you guys would be interested in using while I did the build, the rebuild, the unbuild, the rebuild again, and now I get to drive it. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, dude, these things are awesome. Is the Great Lakes thing just...
There's some bashing, I think components to it, but most of it's crawling.
Yeah. Just to let you know, Johnny, they have an epic 8-scale course there. The 8-scale course, I heard, is going to be open, so they said to bring my stuff. Also, they have an oval on the property, so I'm bringing my oval vehicles as well.
Jeez.
The other thing that they have, which is closed down, so don't bring any planes or anything like that, but they also have an airfield there. I believe that's where we're going to be pitting and parking and
Cool.
hanging out. But yeah, this is an RC mecca. So like they basically have something for everything RC related. So I'm excited to go check this place out for the first time too.
I know it's my first event too, so I don't even really know what to expect. I mean, I'm not used to going to other, crawling events that have, other oval course and bashing and stuff like that. Usually it's just dedicated crawlers. So it'll be neat to see like what other stuff is there.
Yeah, and Family RC's been posting up what they're bringing to the Gauntlet, and wow, I'm impressed. It is pretty cool. So we do have something that we want to get into before we do the big part of the show, and that is the last thing that I have to do to my truck. And man, I gotta say, I'm super excited. It looks already super bomb right now, but I'm going to show you guys how to properly apply the silicone spray. Moo-slick is probably one of the first products that I was introduced to after the parts and chassis wash. And if you apply it right, it helps the dirt repel from your vehicle, makes it cleaning easier, and it just protects everything. Oh, he found the new that we just made this. I'm hoping like this view. Yeah, this view is awesome. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change my camera right now, and we are going to dive into the kit. So let me just switch this camera over. Boom. So.
Oh, look at that. You got your scale garage all assembled.
Yeah, dude, I've been working on the garage big time, and I can't believe how much I like just messing around with the scale stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, I even have like the small little mat in the back and all that, and some of the 3D printed stuff. But obviously you can see this thing's brand spanking new. I've been having so much fun with it, the build, showing all the products that we were using on it, just for you guys to kind of get a feel for what I was going to do and bring to the Gauntlet. So the nice thing about the silicone spray, when you're doing any Lexan bodies or anything like that, you want to make sure that you have your CowTech microfiber. And I just apply a little bit to the microfiber, and then I'll just go ahead and coat the whole body. And if you spray it onto the microfiber, you'll see that it'll suck up all the dirt, dust, and debris. Mine's clean to begin with. If yours is dirty and you're just getting off the trail, obviously you'd want to make sure you clean it with the parts and chassis wash first, and then give it some love with this. And obviously, you know my routine. At the end of the weekend, I put it away, and I know it'll have enough time to cure and give it enough time to penetrate into the plastic and give it that new look. So now look at how shiny this thing is. It's glowing. No more fingerprints, no more dust, no more debris. Super easy to do. And of course, with the cool CowRC microfibers, it just makes it that much easier. So now we're going to get into the actual meat and potatoes of the kit. Now, this kit has just been built with you guys along for the ride. And what you want to do is you just want to just give it a small little mist, and you can see it penetrate instantly. So you don't want it to get wet or anything. You want it just to be a small little mist. Now, this is not good for electronics, so you want to make sure you avoid hitting your electronics. So typically what I do, just to make sure I don't get any on there, is I just go ahead and with a microfiber towel, I'll just cover it. And then that way I know if I just miss the plastic, you just want a little hit. You see it, it'll actually dry almost instantly, but the protection will be there. Let it cure for the 24 hours if you have the time. Obviously, if you put it out on the trail wet, you will not get the performance that you're looking for. It does need time to cure. So obviously here, same exact thing. And then let it cure. I'm going to do the engine, transmission case, and all that good stuff. And once again, I'm just covering the electronics, and you just want to mist. Just a dab will do you. This stuff works like magic. And then obviously I'm just going to do the back. Good to go. Last but not least, when you flip it up, you got all this plastic area here. So just give it one coating, and you can see the shine, and then look at how quickly it's drying. You just want it to coat it. You don't want to cake it, because obviously you want your investment to go a long way, and a little bit of product will actually do the trick. If you soak it, you just need more time to cure, and in my opinion, you're just wasting product. As long as you protect all the exposed areas, you're laughing. Now, the one thing about the crawlers that I did learn was that there's a lot of plastic on the bottom side as well. So obviously you want to just mist it again. And I coated the whole thing, and you can see it's almost dry already. So it actually bonds to the plastic extremely well. And like I said, if you put that on the shelf after a day of crawling, the next time you go out, you know it will be ready for you, and it'll be perfectly protected from the elements once again. It just makes it so much easier to clean that you'd be silly not to use this stuff. It's like the 1-2 combo. Parts and chassis wash to get it clean. Hit it up with the Moo-slick before you put it on your shelf, and you know you are good to go.
Oh yeah, it makes cleaning afterwards so much easier. I mean, it's, a lot of people are going to say, well, I don't care that my rig looks great before I get muddy 5 seconds later. That's only part of it, right? It's the after you get it muddy type of thing. So it's keeping, people said, you're going to get scratches in your body. Yeah, you're going to, but again, it's having that silicone protection kind of start brushing things off, so they're not sticking, they're not scratching as bad. And it just makes the rig last a lot longer. It's keeping those plastics have some moisture in them. It's just all around a good practice to do. And then especially, reapply, like Adam said, after you clean it, reapply, and just, kind of do it all over again. It'll make things a lot easier on yourself.
So much easier. And if you have like the mini blaster or the CowRC jet blaster, turbo blaster, any of the blasters, you'll see if it's already pre-treated, it will come up way better. And it's part of the whole maintenance package, and it's super cool. And honestly, I love it for racing, and I'm sure you guys will love it for crawling as well, because man, who doesn't want an awesome looking ride up on the shelf? And then when you're bringing it out, you already know you're protected. So it's always good to be prepared.
Well, and here's a good one from Mr. Ghost about, you were covering your motor, which is perfect, all the, electronics, but also, covering your tires or washing tires if you did overspray on it, or, again, it's kind of like, when you are washing your real vehicle, you do tire shine on the outside, and this stuff makes your tires look good, but it also doesn't make them perform very well when it's on the tread side. So something to be aware of if you're doing show and shines, make sure you're not spraying where the tread areas are. And if you do, you can wash it off. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, Johnny, I'm telling you, you don't need a lot of product. The product will penetrate, and it will protect. The curing is, and I've seen somebody else commented about that, the curing is the best ever.
Yeah, Mr. Ghost, I love it. Yep. Yeah, and that's for sure. Yeah, you don't, like Adam said, you don't want to make it so it's like running, down the body or down the chassis, and it's puddling, then you go out there and things going to stick to it, and you're going to be like, well, I thought it's not supposed to stick. Well, you didn't let it cure. So you got to let them have a few hours to cure. Make sure it's set in, it's doing its thing, and then have at it. Yeah.
So the big chunk of our show is now what I'm excited about. So obviously we're preparing for the Great Lakes Gauntlet, and you know what? You guys have probably seen pictures of my setup, what I do, and what I'm into. So I'm going to a crawling event, which is very unique. Obviously, I'm a little excited, nervous, whatever the feelings are, but can't wait to go.
Unprepared is probably how you feel.
Super. Yeah, I kind of don't. I'm bringing everything and the kitchen sink like that. Let's face it. So Lucky enough to have the camper trailer still up and operational, so we'll be rolling in with that. So we will be on site 24/7. So definitely going to be a good time there. But how do I pack? How do we actually get the stuff to the track? So I'm going to switch cameras, and you guys are going to be able to follow along with me. I just got back from an event this weekend out at Cal Sondy's Tropical Garden. Spark had their Kings race. Great event. Super blessed to be able to go, and we had a good time there. So I will show you because I'm just getting back. So I'm going to do the unpacking. Tyler's going to do the packing. You can see my duffel bag here. I actually use my duffel bag more for everyday life because I just like it that much. So I know a lot of you guys have bought it for RC specific stuff. It's got my clothes in it right now. I use it like it's a duffel bag. I love it. I know a lot of you guys have used it for RC stuff. I've seen Tyler is going to show you a great example of what it should be used for. And because I like showing off the green, the streak thing. Obviously, you guys know I like green streak. Maybe you might have saw a couple green stuff with me. So I have mine a little bit different. Tyler will do the packing. I'll do the unpacking. Let me switch the camera. So we can get into this. And I am going to show off. You can still hear me with this one, right?
Yeah, we can see you. And yes, I'll show you one of the vehicles. I'm going to put it in the bag because, as we're going through the packing process, you have to have a crawler in the bag. So it's not just all products. But yes, you see one of my vehicles I'll bring.
So this is one of the totes that I actually bring to the event. I have a whole bunch. But this one's my CowRC specific one, and it's basically how I set up and pack. Now, you can see all the product in here and in the bottom, and obviously Keith was nice enough to hook me up with a special hit board, so I protect it between two other mats because this thing it's so awesome. So how is this going to transform into this? Well, let me set the camera up so I can get started for you guys. All right, so I think that's a good shot right there. And then that way I can start digging in and showing you guys exactly how I set up at an event. So these things we got online, super cheap, super easy to set up. They just stretch right on the table, and it just makes it super nice base. Like, look at that pop, man. And it's still just one of those cheap dollar tables. So the other area that I always have set up is a charge area. Very important to separate your charging from anything else. So I have my silicone mat. This is the solder mat. Love the solder mat. Rolls up, super easy and convenient to control. My custom pit board, man, I love this thing. I'll put that there nice and safe. So the first thing that I grab out of here is going to be the mouse pad. I'm going to do it backwards for you guys, and then I'm going to show you exactly how my layout is, because obviously when I set up, I want everything to be perfect. And having this base is obviously the start. Next thing that I'm going to be rolling out is obviously my carbon fiber mat. I love my mat. This thing has been a staple. And the nice thing about the carbon fiber mat is the custom pit board that he got me, it fits in there perfectly. So now I got my custom pit board. So all my setup and stuff like that will go right into the custom pit board. The other cool thing, if you need to, you can throw down, and this fits in it exactly into the exact same spot. So if you want to do a solder job and not worry about damaging any of your stuff, this silicone solder mat is the ticket. What I grabbed next, obviously the CowRC driver stand. I got two different sizes. So I got 8 scale and I got 10 scale. The other things that I always bring, the power washers. So I have one for tires and one for parts and chassis wash. The important thing here that I want to point out is the nozzle that I have on here. When traveling, I always put on the stubbies, because if you put the extended ones on, if you get it ding, bang, booed, or whatever, it has the potential to snap off. So please make sure for traveling purposes that you always put the stubby on. Obviously, I always bring the blaster. Very important tool to have, especially when cleaning all the tires. Other thing I have, the hide wipes. Hide wipes, definitely a staple in the Ross Racing pits. The other big thing, geez Louise, this is one of my favorite products, especially for cleaning all my tires. I bring the concentrate of both, and then I just mix them in with the sprayers. So I got my parts and chassis wash and concentrate as well. So the other thing, you got your graphite, you have your ultra thin oil, you got your silicone spray, and then of course you got your electronics cleaner. And last but not least, you got your ultra light grease. So basically, there's the one setup there. The other products that I always have on hand, of course, the cow snot, Instacure, Loctite, and the glue. Because obviously, gluing tires is an important part at the track. Another important piece, the tire brushes. Those are super important. I always have a dirty setup for that. And last but not least, I would set up an area away. Hopefully you can see this part on camera. But this is where I actually would use to charge my batteries. I use the solder mat to hold my light bulb shacks and my chargers, just in case for an extra little bit of protection. You never know when dealing with lipos or anything like that. The other thing that I have is the plug-in ultrasonic cleaner, especially with the carbon top. Love that. No travel pack would be complete without the screw catchers. Those are awesome. I got the mini with the solder in case you have, you know, a little something that you have to do and you don't want to change your setup there. The two brushes that I use for tire cleaning, definitely in the box as well. Not a lot of people know about this product, but this was a 3D printed shock stand that I love to have, because obviously with racing, you're always going through and doing shocks. My dot boxes, I got this size here, and then I have the new size dot boxes as well. And last but not least is, just in case of an emergency, I have the small carbon series with the magnetics in there, and that basically completes my entire setup. So wow, you guys can see that in minutes, I'm basically set up, ready to tackle anything on or off the track that things can be thrown my way. Now, the things that you can't see, I'm just going to flip it up and bring it to the camera so you guys can see inside. So obviously, I just have like a normal toter hauler here. Let me just spin it right around. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Is that good, Tyler?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so in here is where I have all my goodies for setups and stuff like that. I'll have like my wheels, just so I can get proper caster camber, but that's not the important stuff. Let's get to the CowRC goodies. Look at that. We got the micro box. I got the mini. I have all my brushes, the Utter Butter for sure. And all these things fit in super easy, and they keep you organized. That's the best part. So all my stuff in the top is basically for setup and organization. The next is obviously specialty tools, all my wires and charging. And then this is where I bring my spare CowRC stuff. And you can see I have my custom box. Love this box. So this always gets displayed up on the thing. The two staples that I can't live without, I got my Moo-slick and industrial electronics cleaner. Of course, I have the blaster. And then Instacure and Loctite. Like Instacure and Loctite, everybody always needs them. I also have my headlamp in there, always a huge thing that I need, especially when refueling your generator at night. You want to make sure that you can see and not overfill. And then, of course, I always bring my pit light. Having the pit light set up is so important. And it just lights up your whole area. So from behind, you guys can see, hopefully, that this is like my jam. This is my setup. And it's so, right. You know what I'm saying? It's so organized and easy to do. And it's just fun to have everything within arm's reach to make sure that you're going to be dialed on and off the track. So
I mean, that took you like maybe 10 minutes at most, to set that whole thing up, and you have a whole table full. Yeah,
and obviously the stuff's a little dirty because I just got back from the track this weekend.
Oh, well, hey, perfect timing on your part then.
So that's why I was happy he gave me the unload part, and then for me to pack that back up is super easy. But let me switch my camera back. But yeah, so look at I even got a nice backdrop now. But yeah, super easy to do, and honestly, it's in one tote. And like right behind me, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 more totes back there, and then of course I got a couple more in the camper as well. Super easy and mobile to move. You know what I mean? So definitely fun, and honestly, it's easy to set up once you have the system that you're like and you're comfortable with. I showed you a lot. Tyler's is going to be even better because you're going to see how you can utilize it into the duffel bag. And man, we're giving away a duffel bag, so that's even better. So
actually, this would be a good time. Why don't we do this? Why don't we throw up the hashtag, and then that way I can show the bag and how people can utilize the bag along with the CowRC products. I'll give people a few minutes to jot this down and start typing it in to win. But yeah, we're going to give away one bag for the winner who is in the United States or Canada tonight, and I'll show you how you can get all your CowRC items in a bag and a crawler at the same time. So what I'm going to show you is everything on my table, and once we let this go to the big picture, I'll show you everything on my table is going to go into the CowRC duffel bag. So this is the bag right here. So let me pull this out of the way here. So this is one, and let me back it out here. So this is one of the bags here. So this is a CowRC factory team theme. So we have our different themes, right? So you can get Reaper, you can get the Hot Rod, all of those good stuff. And that way you can match your whole pit setup. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you every single thing that I'm going to put in the duffel bag. So everything that's on this table, including the crawler, including the mouse pad mat, is going into this duffel bag tonight. So when I get done with this table, with exception to this desk lamp, this is all going in the duffel bag. And I'm going to start showing you kind of how I prepare to do this. So that way you're kind of doing it by layers and kind of showing you how to utilize the pockets and the different pockets inside of the CowRC duffel bag. So
actually, can you show off the inside pockets, though, just quickly in the middle?
I will do that once I start loading them in. So let me start loading it in, and then once I start putting some pockets, stuff in the pockets, I will show you as I go through that.
Perfect.
So what I like to do here is I want to put down kind of my biggest mat that I'm going to put into this bag. So this is the medium-sized Carbon Series mat. So I'm going to shove that down here, and I'm going to move some of these things out of the way, and that way you can actually see it going into the bag as I do it versus you guessing. So here's the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and put this at the bottom. And the reason I'm putting this mat at the bottom is because I'm going to put a crawler on top of it. So not only are we going to put in CowRC products, we're going to put in an actual RC, because that's what all these products are for. So what we're going to do here is kind of continue layering this. And I'm going to start putting some big stuff in first and kind of going into, let me flip this around here. before I get it covered. So the cool thing with these bags,
oh yeah,
is no matter what
nice.
you get. See if I can show this. Well,
yeah, it looks good. You can see it.
Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do get some graphics inside the bag as well. And so this is essentially a giant pocket separated two pieces. You have one that has a Velcro strap on it, which is right here. And I'll start showing you kind of how I start doing this. So let's do the little pockets first, since those are kind of nice to put in here. So what I'm going to start putting in here are the folding storage boxes. So I'll put those in here. So I'll put them in the little one here first. Put them in there first. I'm also going to put in, which one of my favorite products, Jet Blaster Mini.
Yeah.
Put this here in this side pocket. I'm going to put in tire brush in here. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep all of these little items kind of secure. So I don't want everything rolling around. And sorry about the glare there. We'll turn that down a little bit. Udder butter goes in next. Putting in the headlamp, of course. And then I'm going to put in some cow's knot. I think that's probably going to do that one. So I'm going to go ahead and cinch that up here. And then what I'm going to flip this around, there's another little pouch here. Nice little zipper pouch. And so what I usually do is I put in more of like the smaller items I really don't want to get jostled around. So kind of like Adam had. So with our crawler event, the cow formal and then some Loctite. Because there'll be some prepares and just obviously, essentially, if you are doing an event, you'd want to apply this before you go to the event, but in case you forget, or maybe you find yourself in a position where you needed to buy a new crawler while you were at a crawling event, which is a lot of us are guilty of that, including myself. Have this with you so you're ready to go and you don't ruin that brand new crawler. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in a tire brush kit in here and zip that up. So now I've got kind of all of my smaller items in this bag. So I got my crawler, I have a mat, and I've got some little odds and ends accessories. And then we're going to utilize this side elastic mesh pocket here. So what I'm going to do, put in medium-sized solder mat in here. And this generally is you're going to want to put in some of your mats. This is probably one of the bigger mats, that's going to fit in here. So your carbon series, the large, the medium-sized one won't fit in here, but you're going to be able to fit in some of your smaller work mats like this one here. Put that in the corner here. And then we got a couple little ones. I've got a nice small carbon series mat. Put that in there. Another parts tray.
Stacking mats. I love it.
That's right. You got to consolidate this stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw in another little solder mat and mouse pad to top it off. So you kind of see that here. All those in this side pocket. Now, let's just show, here's what I got left. What do you think? You think I can put them all in there?
It's going to be close. Now, you said you're putting the mat in there underneath as well? You're going
to... So I put in the carbon series mat. So what I'm going to do with the mouse pad mat is I'm going to roll it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put it in on top. And
nice.
I'll kind of show you why I'm going to do that. It's because it's so lightweight primarily. So let's do this. So I've got some of my bigger stuff here. So let's put some of the bigger items in here first. So I'm going to bring in one sprayer here. This actually has all my tire wash in it. And the reason I'm doing that is because, as you know, tire wash can be diluted to a 4-to-1 ratio. So I don't want to bring in, I'm going to already have that already diluted and mixed. And since CowRC sells a premix of the part and chassis wash, I'm bringing the premix with me. That way it just saves me space. I don't need to bring in a sprayer and a concentrate. I can just throw that in the bag and I'm good to go. Hide wipes. I would recommend if you have a hide wipes that is half empty, perhaps bring that one, just because they do get heavy. So what I'm also trying to think of is weight too. And I'll kind of show you, this bag, I'm packing a whole ton of this stuff in here. And what you do want to make sure with these duffel bags is that when you pack as much stuff in here as I'm doing, you don't want to use the shoulder strap. You want to use the hand straps, because the hand straps are where the strength is in this bag, not the shoulder strap.
Yeah, the shoulder strap's only good up to 25 pounds. So as long as you're under that safely, you can still use the shoulder one. But obviously, like Tyler said, the hand straps are where the strengths come from.
So, and the other one I'm going to bring in here is I'm going to bring in my ultrasonic cleaner. And I chose the battery-powered ultrasonic cleaner, the rechargeable one. And that's because I'm going to assume that I don't have access to power at this site, or not enough time to charge it up. So, or I'm sorry, not enough cord to get to the power. So I'm going to bring in the rechargeable one, put that here in the bottom. And then now I'm going to start layering in the aerosols. So bring in all 5 aerosols. So of course, my favorite, cleaner degreaser. Putting in the grease. Our new graphite. Moo-slick. Silicone spray. I'm so used to calling it Moo-slick because that used to be our only one. And then last but not least, ultra-thin oil.
I'm still getting used to not calling it Moo-slick.
I know. It's so, like, when we first started, that was it. That was the only Moo-slick. So
wow, I can't believe all that fit in there.
I mean, and I still have room. So I got a couple microfiber towels. Those in the bottom. I mean, I still have some room to put some in here. Now this bag is mega heavy, but I'm going to fill this. So I'm going to scoot this over. It's a mega heavy bag, right? Which is why I emphasize putting the you only using the hand straps to carry this thing. Do not use the shoulder strap. So I'm going to roll up my mouse pad here.
Good question, Tom. Yeah, Tom has a good question. How much never makes it on the return trip? Well, I know for me, the majority of it makes it back, but I know that tire wash is one of those things that everybody wants to come by and try.
Yes.
Especially at a race event. Everybody is cleaning tires in between rounds, and when they see the power of the tire wash, it is epic. Look at that. I love the graphics of that bag. It's just amazing.
Yeah, the graphics are sweet. I mean, especially when you have them inside and out. That's the cool part about it.
Oh, yeah. And just remember, too, if you do order a bag, use the code CowTech. We'd appreciate it. And 2, these are custom-made bags. So they take a little bit longer. They're 2 to 3 weeks to come in. So just keep that in mind. And same with the winner tonight for the giveaway. I also want to let everybody know on Instagram, I see everybody doing the hashtag. Please make sure that you switch over to either Facebook or YouTube and comment again, and then you will be entered in to win your very own pit bag that you just saw Tyler pack. Now, do you know how heavy that bag actually is?
Let me pick it up here.
It looks jam-packed.
Oh, it's every bit 25 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, look at it. Look at the muscles. Jeez Louise, this guy's flexing on us now.
Yeah. You didn't know it turned into a gun show, did you?
Yeah, we did not know that. That was a bonus footage. Hey, the one thing that I seen somebody talking about was OGIO bags. I would love to see a custom CowRC OGIO bag. I would get one if that was the case. I need a hard case for my pit mat. Cardboard has fell apart. So I don't know if you've seen how I was doing mine, but I used the carbon, the silicone one and the carbon to separate for my pit board. So I didn't have any flex because the custom pit board that Heath was nice enough to get us for Christmas was awesome. So the bag is, 30 pounds. Hey, they're guessing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I should have brought a scale over here to check. Yeah. It is heavy.
He's saying that the bag was packed. The efficiency is amazing.
You pack a lot of
I'm super impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a lot of stuff. I mean, not every event would I bring all the aerosols. So what I did is I kind of went through and said, hey, what would I bring? Basically in my mind is the maximum, right? It is what I'm using, and then try to compact. That's why I use the premix of the parts and chassis wash. So there's some of those items on the website. It's also space efficiency, right? So for me, and I chose the rechargeable ultrasonic cleaner versus the direct power version of it, because I want to make sure that I have a charged battery. I don't have to rely on power and whatnot by my pit. So there's a reason I chose what I did. Some of those containers, like the thread locker, I chose a smaller one versus the bigger one. So just there's certain reasons why, and it's due to what the bag can handle, and really, frankly, what I'm going to use in a given day. I mean, I think what I put in that bag is way more than what I would do on a weekend. Now, if I was gone for like a week, okay, yeah, probably would bring pretty much all of that stuff. So it just kind of depends. And I always like to pack, especially when you go to the mats. If you notice, I didn't put any work mats in there other than the small ones, and that's because I wanted to consolidate everything in one bag versus having like a hard mat or a flat mat, on the side. I wanted to put it in one place, so I just grab it and go.
Yeah, and we're gonna have work mats on display at the vendor booth, so definitely stop by and check them out. We're gonna try and have, like Tyler said at the top of the show, as much on display as we possibly can. So I'm going to be bringing all of my mats that I haven't beat on, because we want to make sure that you guys get to see them in pristine condition, not my beat on old used stuff. But I'm just saying, I've had some mats now for almost 8 years. I think I've been on the team, and I still have my first mat. And over the years, since we've grown a working relationship, I have custom Ross Racing ones with my paint theme, my kids' paint themes, and my daughter's paint theme. So we're super blessed, and those ones get worked. So very cool. So a lot of the customers are using the art profilers for the bigger work mats, which would actually protect them probably really good. If somebody has that, if they could put it on the fan page, that would be amazing. I wouldn't mind seeing that as well, because any way that you can protect your CowRC investment, I'm all ears for sure. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. But yeah, make sure you guys comment. All the viewers, there's looks like to be about, wow, there is 21 Instagram viewers on. If you are commenting the hashtag on Instagram, I do apologize. It does not link to our comments, and it does not track in the giveaway. So you do have to move over to either YouTube or Facebook, and then just recomment. And then once it comes up, you'll see, we'll try and get it up there, like this one here. No, it's fine. And just so we kind of confirm like that. So when you see your comment in the actual chat, then you're entered in for the draw. And what better draw to win than the CowRC duffel bag? Like, geez, man, they are awesome. The graphics are amazing. And not only that, you get to pick what theme you want too, right?
Yes. You can pick any of our themes. So like when whoever wins tonight, just message me or Adam on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and just tell us what theme. So like Adam said, it's going to take a few weeks because they are all made to order. So this is like a third-party vendor, which is all of our swag and our apparel. This is a third-party vendor. And that way, it'll give you time to order it. But yeah, so all 5 of those themes are available. I mean, they are awesome. I think that dragon one, honestly, from the website looks great. I think the hot rod one looks great. It's just some of those themes look really, really good in some places. And I think that dragon looks amazing.
It looks pretty good. And you're
not going to find a bag anywhere that has that much graphics on it. It doesn't exist.
It is super cool.
That mesh area is legit. It holds a ton. It's nice and flexible. It's a good size, like I said, for the medium-sized mats. Super nice size for those.
Yeah. Okay. So I do see people jumping in over from Instagram. So good thing I did the reminder. Thank you guys again. I keep forgetting to say the reminder. I also keep forgetting to say that if you use the code CowTech, it also saves you that 10%. So if you don't win the duffel bag, using the code CowTech will save you that 10%. So
yeah, get in there and buy one. I mean, if you're going to the Gauntlet, buy one. If you're not going to the Gauntlet, you need one like attendees for clothing. It's huge. You can store a week's worth of clothing in there.
You can get the CowTech merch now. I love this. I'm actually gonna see if he can do a CowTech hat. That would be so sick.
There's a girly cow request. I like that.
My daughter also is into the girly stuff. She loves all the pink theme stuff. Thankfully, he's been very nice in helping her out with the girl cow stickers. So she has always got them on her stuff. But I'm more the carbon skull one. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I am almost out of it.
Yeah, I do remember that. I never had any stuff that had that.
Yeah, it was
there
good.
Was a good comment on here. Someone put a where is it? About an old mat that they had. Oh, I lost it. Oh, here it is. These old flapping lips. So he said he had his first mat for 8 years, and then it was unusable because of improper storage. I mean, it's a very good point. I mean, storage of these it's imperative to make sure that they last forever. They will last forever as long as you don't store them improperly, which means folding them up. Now, mouse pad mat, like I did, is appropriate. Now, however, I wouldn't leave it like that for weeks at a time. It's good for when you're traveling. Like I'm going to take it out today and roll it back out so it's flat. But when you're temporarily storing it, no problem. Similarly, to the flat mats, you can roll those up. You got to roll them up with the white on the outside, with the magnetics on the outside so it doesn't delaminate. But again, you want to roll it in a 6-inch diameter so that way it doesn't get too compressed and you're not creasing it. Now, the work mats, you cannot roll those at all. They stay flat. And now I think someone commented about their cardboard had gotten ruined. The best thing is to keep the boxes that your mats come in, whether it's a flat mat, whether it's a work mat, a mouse pad mat, keep your boxes because it's a free storage component. Now, it is cardboard. It's not going to last forever, but use it. And that's because that's how CowRC, and CowRC has learned from over the years about how to ship its mats properly, because again, you ship a mat to a customer and it's damaged. Well, that's a bad situation for the customer. RC does not want that. So it spends a lot of money on those really nice boxes to make sure that doesn't happen. It comes to you the right way, the way it's intended. The best thing for you to do is just reuse it. Don't be shy about keeping that box. I know I like to just throw things in the trash and get them out, but those I like to keep, and I keep spares too.
Yeah. No, that was a good point. And the old flipping and flap lips there. He got out of RC, rolled it up, had it stored in his shed. So if it was 8 years old, I'm not surprised, especially going through the heat and the cold cycles, like you were saying. Yeah, definitely super. You know what? You want to treat him proper. And Bobby Coleman, thank you for the thumb wheel. I can't wait to try it. I got it in, so I'm going to be doing that. But I'm going to check out the tube for the mats, because obviously this is going to be one of the first time that I'm going to be bringing my flat mats, because normally my work mats and all the stuff that I use at home stay at home. I've been traveling mostly with the carbon series mats, which you guys seen me unroll and set up like right in front of you guys. See how easy it is to set up. So definitely easy. That's
why CowRC makes, kind of was talking about the different aerosols and cleaners. CowRC makes different size mats for reasons, right? There's the XXL mats, there's the hybrid mats. Those ones stay at home, and then there's the smaller ones and the medium-sized ones. Those are meant to be carried. Obviously, the mouse pad mats, those are meant to be traveled with, and that's what CowRC is about. It's not just you can only work in one place and then try to force it to work in other places. That's why we have a lot of different items. So if in order to avoid ruining your mat or buying it twice, it's nice to be able to go through and buy maybe a smaller mat or a less expensive mat to take with you and travel. That way, if there's a damage possibility, you're not out more money from that.
Yeah, so we're gonna give you guys a couple more minutes because this thing's epic, man. Like to give away a duffel bag is huge, man. And I gotta thank CowRC for doing that. Love the support. Wanted to go to somebody special. Keep in mind, 2 to 3 weeks because they are custom made to order, and you got to make sure if you're in North America or Canada, the bag and the shipping is covered. But if there's anything on top of that, you would be responsible for those payments. Hopefully you don't get dinged with anything, but just throwing it out there just in case. Other than that, man, amazing show. You guys made it go by so freaking quick. I can't believe it's already the end. The next time we do a show is going to be the Gauntlet Hangover show. So
right.
It's going to be
flying in, flying back from the event. And
yeah, you're going to get a feel for like how I typically am, always in a rush coming back.
For you, it's typically a typical Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be regular. All right, so getting closer. The Instagram, I already told you guys. YouTube thing. Reach out to either myself or Tyler, and we'll make sure we get your shipping info, what bag you want, and get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and make sure guys like and subscribe, please. It helps us promote this channel, helps us keep going. Over 66 episodes into this. We'd love to do many more, and it's just all it's all for you guys. We're helping you guys, and we hope it's working. We think it's working, and just kind of show us that appreciation and share it with people who need some help or are unfamiliar with CowRC products.
Yeah, and honestly, you guys are what make the show amazing. You guys keep coming back, and you guys feeding us stuff, giving us ideas. You guys have actually generated products that we have went out and researched and tested on the teams behind the scenes just to bring it to you guys. So very, very cool stuff. We definitely appreciate it. And and hey, just to plug Steve's show. He's opposite to us now, and he has been hitting it on all cylinders. He's getting better and better each episode, but very cool to be able to see from different angles. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. So let's give away this bag, man.
Yes.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Yeah, the collab with the Box Club was insane.
Yeah, that's really cool. Those are always nice.
One and only.
That's got to be a new
brand new winner. Yeah, brand new winner. So if you're on right now, I think that was somebody that switched over from Instagram. Let me just check.
I think so. I didn't see them comment. They must have. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yes, if you're on Facebook, please message Adam or I. If you're not on Facebook, just go onto CowRC website and message CowRC main email page. Just send them an email. That is just as good. So you'll just need to tell your address and what theme you want for your duffel bag. Yeah, and since you are on YouTube, you just have to prove it's your account, and we will get you what you won. And guys, girls, everybody, I'm excited. We will see you in 2 short weeks, not only for our show, but for the Great Lakes Gauntlet. You've been following along, obviously, most of you guys. I finally get to try my first ever crawler on an actual course event structured, and I get to meet you guys and show off the best products on the planet. Come on out. We can't wait to see you guys. And you know what? Till next time, man, keep it clean. Yeah, and tell us when you show up to the Gauntlet, introduce yourself to us, and we see a lot of your handles on here, so let us know your name and who your handle is. So we want to come out and see you.
All right, man. Bye for now. We'll see you at the Gauntlet.
Bye-bye.